Hi guys, welcome back to your Not So Ordinary Scrapbook channel. I thought that I would work on my December daily again today. This is the next day. The glue worked. As you can see, it dried clear, so can't really see where the glue is. I don't really mind that it's a little shiny on the corners. That doesn't bother me at all. So, where am I? Trying to figure out where I left off last night. I think I did treats. I'm not real happy with the way that turned out. I feel like it needs something else there too. So I'm going to look at my washi tape and see if there's something that I can add to it that would make it stand out a little bit more. Having one of these weird kind of days that, I don't know, nothing wrong has happened. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know that I slept enough last night. I just am feeling run down for whatever reason. How this washi tape is not wanting to cooperate. Let's see if I can make it work a little bit better. So I'm having one of those days where, like, I know when they're coming on, and like when it happens, I'm like, I know that I need to be gentle with myself, and just kind of like take a step back and like take care of me for a minute. And that's hard for a mom to do because, you know, or any parent for that matter, it doesn't necessarily even have to be a mom. It can be a dad too. Kind of got to take a step back and just like reevaluate the way that you're feeling, and if you recognize like the way your day is going, and if it's not going, you know, if something's off, then just kind of like take care of yourself for a minute. I think I'm gonna remove these. They're not sticking well anyway, so I think I'm gonna have to glue them down. And I think I'm gonna put this washi tape there. Okay. And then I'll do, where's my little glue bottle? Fine liner bottle. I'm just kind of just taking a little time for myself today. No one's home anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But I do have some work that I have to get done tonight. But I'll do that later. I just needed to take a break. And thankfully with my schedule, I can do that. Is it coming out? Yeah, I guess it is. It's like not showing up like it's coming out very well, but it is, I guess. Huh? Maybe it's not. don't know if the tip is plugged. Great way to start out a video. With the tip plugged in your glue bottle. I can always put another tip on it. That would work too. I have lots of those little tips. So I've just been kind of, everybody, the guy, well, Hunter always stops home before he goes to work every day. Because he generally will eat lunch here and then go on to work. And now that he and Scott work at the same place, even though they don't work in the same department, they spend a lot more time together, hanging out and talking about stuff that is familiar to the both of them. Which is good because I have no idea what they're talking about. So it gives them someone to talk to about it together. There we go. Just gonna try to put a different tip on here. So, and Ethan's at Dungeons and Dragons. Hunter took him over there on his way to work. And I'll have to pick him up when he's done. So, but that won't be for quite a while because he just left. They now do it after school, which is nice because Ethan was able to finish his schoolwork before he left. Let's see if I can see it come out this time. Oh, there we go. Much better. Now it's coming out. I'm wearing my different glasses today because of the way I've been feeling, like this morning. Well, since this morning, my bifocals give me a headache sometimes. I don't normally get headaches anymore. So I've been wearing these other glasses that I have that are non-bifocal, which I can see great out of far away. But up close, I still have issues seeing close up. And I have issues anyway, like seeing close up with my bifocals. I see better without anything at all up close. Not wearing glasses at all. So I don't know if my prescription is not exactly right or if it's just my eyes. My eyes are really a problem for me sometimes. Especially my depth perception is really off. So just trying to like even put this glue on is challenging because I have to make sure that I'm getting it on the right spot. Somehow I lost a T. Where did it go? Where's the S? Oh, is this it? No? Lo and behold, I always tend to lose a letter or two somehow. tad bit. I may just have to grab a new one. A new tea. I think I have another one somewhere. And then hope I find the other one later on, I guess. Need to snap out of this funk that I'm in today. I'm not exactly sure why I'm feeling this way. I just, man, some days are better than others. I think that holds true for everybody. I think I'm going to put the capital T here, lowercase t there, and then I have to piece this S together. So, I mean, no one has really done anything wrong lately to, like, in the house, like, anything, like, major. I just, sometimes I feel like and it probably just comes from living in a house full of, like, guys. But, like, a lot of the time I feel like I don't exist in the house. Like, they can carry on quite well without me. Unless they need something. I'm not that important, I don't think. Or I don't feel very important anyway. Probably from the outside looking in, it looks different to people when they see. And I'm not trying to be ungrateful for, like, the things that people do for me, but sometimes it feels different. And people on the outside, there's no way they can see, like, everything that goes on in your life. Just from looking at it, you know, from the outside. It'd be impossible for anyone to do that, to look at anyone's life from the outside and, like, assume things are a certain way. We know that from looking at celebrities' lives that look perfect, that they seem to have everything that they want in life, and then something happens and, like, it all gets let out into the public realm and everybody is, like, shocked because, oh, they look so happy, they look so, you know, they had everything, you know. It's like, because life isn't like that. You can't look at somebody's life from the outside and assume that it's a certain way. I mean, I don't think anyone's life is, like, all good or all bad all the time. I think I'm going to use this here where it says notes from today, because we're on Christmas now, and I think that I may want to just highlight some little moments from the day on this page. But I think I would like to mat it with something. However, I don't really know what color to use. I mean, red works for sure. I mean, I could just mat the bottom portion of it. I think part of my problem and how I'm feeling today is that I'm just feeling really down on myself lately. Like, I just feel like I'm one of these persons that has to work like twice as hard as everybody else to achieve the same benefits. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, I mean, I've been in rehab long enough to know that like your first results that you get do not last. I mean, I know that. I've watched other people. I know that my results, I was shocked by, like, in the beginning, like, I lost a whole bunch of weight right off the bat, and, like, and which motivated me to want to do more and work harder, when that happens. And then slowly over time, it just kind of like your body adjusts to that change, and like you have to work harder if you want to maintain those results. I mean, I don't know if there's any like medical sense to that. But I've noticed with other people that go to rehab with me, older people, even people older than me, much older than me, they'll go to rehab, and like when they first start, I notice that they like lose a whole bunch of weight, and then like if they're there for any amount of time, which most of them are, it creeps back on. Like, it's hard to maintain, is what I'm trying to say. And it is difficult to maintain. And it can discourage you. Especially, like, it's been 4 years since I started the program. And, like, the first year was when, like, I probably lost the most weight, and then the second year just trying to maintain that and like push even further. I think the first 2 years I was doing quite well, and then like I've just been really struggling with these 20 pounds that I've gained, and it is discouraging. I mean, it's very discouraging when that happens, because you feel like I haven't done anything different. I don't understand, And yeah, I'm not walking as much as I'm not walking at all, really, other than like on the treadmill, because it's been cold and wet here. But like in past years, pre-COVID, I was, I joined well, partially joined a gym where I could continue walking during the winter months, so I wouldn't like gain my weight back. And I think for the most part that did help. But like it didn't, I don't know, when I stopped doing that, then I've just, even though I work out 3 times a week, still I'm not seeing any change at all. Like nothing is happening. Like maybe I fluctuate up and down maybe 5 pounds, like tops, back and forth. But I don't know. It's just discouraging, and it makes me feel like, why am I even doing this? Should I even continue doing this? Should, you know? But then I know that if I don't, I'm not going to do anything. And I know that doing something is better than nothing. But it's discouraging. And I don't know if everybody gets discouraged about their weight. I know women probably talk about it a lot more than men do. I know my husband, he like never talks about his weight ever. But he does get defensive. Like if his clothes get too small, he will get upset about it, and he'll say that like they shrunk, or that instead of like saying that he gained weight, he will say that he'll blame it on something else. Like he'll say it's like his clothes shrunk or something like that, when you know it's obvious that he did gain weight, but there's no point in like picking at a sore spot. So, and I'm not that type of person anyways. I mean, I do comment sometimes and say like, well, maybe you should cut back, or maybe you should eat better, or maybe you should do this or that, you know, but generally I don't say anything, because he gets really mad at me if I do. So he'll snap at me if I do. So I don't usually say anything. It's better, you know, to keep the peace than to okay, we went to the movies the day after Christmas, but I'm only going till Christmas, so I don't think that this was Christmas. I know that. I know I want to scrapbook Jordan and mini Jordan. Christmas treats. I want to do a couple of the food. My Christmas eggnog. Esme's first Christmas. I want to do that. This is the tree before we start opening gifts. Hunter opening his stocking, Scott opening his stocking, my stocking, Ethan's stocking, the cinnamon rolls. We'll do that. I like this one. I'm a Jordan. Just a couple of each of us. Jordan eating a candy cane. Best Dad t-shirt is really cute. Here's one of me and Minnie Jordan. This is Matt and Yessie's grandma on Christmas. That should be my last picture of my album because I'm kind of like over it all. We did play Uno with the family, so I should probably do one like that. What else? I got some scrapbooking stickers for Christmas. I think there's just one other thing that I want to put in here. One other picture, and I think that's all the pictures I'm going to put in here. And then we'll do the rest later. Might stick that with the other one. Yeah, I don't know though. I mean, maybe I will. We did go to the movies and we did go out to eat with the family. That was part of their gift. We saw Spider-Man. I think I'm going to put these two in there. I think that's enough. Oh, this is what I got Esme for Christmas. I want to stick that in there because that's special. This was a special gift that I got for my family too. But I don't know. I might save that for the pictures of them because we didn't open their presents with them until much later. There's a lot of pictures that I'm not going to get in this album, and that's okay. I can do full page 12 by 12 stuff. These shopping ones, when Scott and I went shopping, I can do like 12 by 12 of oh, I should do this one as the last one. God bless us, everyone. He looks like Tiny Tim. I might do that for the last page. And maybe this laptop tray. I don't really have that many of me in here, so. And then the rest of these can just go in my picture stash for like 12 by 12 layouts. Okay, so the last, maybe I'll start with the last page and then I'll just work my way in with all these pictures because I know that I want Minnie Jordan to be on the very last page. Like, God bless us, everyone. Probably here. I like that. And then I think I'm going to back it with These colors are not quite the color red that I want, though. Could do this light green. Where's the envelope? It does match wrapping paper. I don't know what this envelope went to. It's like a blank envelope. I mean, I could kind of make a pocket, like if I sealed it and then cut off the top, and then I could put some other stuff in there if I wanted to. Maybe I'll use some decal scissors or something on here. These scallop scissors. We'll do that just to be a little bit different. I want to make sure that the picture is big enough though. I think I'm going to trim some of this off. So I think I'm going to cut probably, not sure how many inches off. Like 3/4 of an inch off. So all day I was thinking today was the 28th, and that is Yessie's birthday. And I made the mistake of telling Scott this morning that it was Yessie's birthday, and he sent her happy birthday. And he's like, tomorrow is her birthday. And I'm like, oh, did she text you back? And he said, yeah. He said, I text her happy birthday, and she said it's tomorrow. I said, what day is today? And he said, the 27th. And for some reason, I thought it was the 28th. I'm not exactly sure why I'm a day ahead, but it's been a busy month. I'm kind of excited for the month to be over, to be honest. I'm ready to start a new month. There's so many home projects that need to be done, or I want to get done this summer, but I have no idea if that's going to happen. It's just, most of them involve plumbing, and I will probably have to hire someone to do most of the work. Because none of us are equipped enough to start a project like that without really messing it up. We need to take the tub out of the boys' bathroom because it's cracked. I don't know how it cracked. It cracked on the bottom. I think it's just from the weight of a couple of my guys are really big, and it wasn't the most expensive tub to begin with. So I think that is probably why it cracked. Even though they don't agree with me, but how else would a tub crack? I've never seen a tub crack before. So that has to be done, because otherwise we're going to have a mess. If like there becomes a hole or something, even just showering, it's gonna like rot the wood underneath. So I want to put a shower unit in there where the tub was, because they don't take baths anyway. I don't have an O. Somewhere in here that would work. CBs. G, D, and O. So that's the first project that has to be done, and I'm gonna have to hire someone to do that. That might work for something. I don't really want rose gold. I like this little fox. He's cute. That might be cute on top, like that. Minnie J reminds me of a little fox anyway. Oh, there is. Okay, there is a O. Okay, so we're gonna grab this. We'll do God. I think I'm gonna remove this fox for a minute. I'm not sure. I like him there, but I need to. Trying to think if I should put like this, like God. And then the next thing that we have planned to do for years, and we haven't done it, is to rip through this closet and build the walk-in closet to our bedroom, and then seal off the other closet, bust out that wall, and put a soaker tub in there. That was the other big project we were going to do. In our master bedroom. And that's pretty much it as far as like our plans with to remodel this summer. But I think if we can get that done, I think that's enough for this year. Usually if we do like a couple really big projects a year, last year we did the kitchen, which now another thing that needs to be done is the ceiling's cracking in the kitchen, and I don't know why it's cracking, but it is. And without calling a contractor in to help us figure out why it's doing that, we can't really fix it on our own without help. And so it's so weird, like the dynamics in our marriage, because like these are things, like these are guy things, you know. Generally it's, I mean, like the family that I grew up in, my mom never was like, oh, this needs to be done, we need to set up a contractor to do this, or she never called a contractor to do any of that stuff. It was always my dad, you know. He always did all of that stuff. And like in my family, my husband doesn't even notice. He doesn't notice anything. Or if he does notice, he doesn't say anything. Like he just, and I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe, you know, that's why he grew up. His dad, I'm not sure if he ever, I mean, he seemed to be the one in control of like most things in the home, so I would assume that he was the one who made all the decisions, but I don't think my husband was taught like to live on his own. I don't know that they ever intended for him to live on his own. Which is sad to think about, but I mean, it's true. They, like, I was told by his mom that Scott was never supposed to get married. He was supposed to grow up and take care of his family. He wasn't supposed to have kids. He was supposed to take care of his mom and his brother, which I think is sad, to be honest. I was offended when I was told that, because I was like, how can you put that on your kid? How can you tell them that, oh, you don't get to have a life because your responsibility is taking care of your disabled brother and your mother? That's just wrong. I would never burden my kids like that on me or a family member. It's not right. So I think that he was taught to be dependent on his dad to take care of him. And, you know, Scott was just never taught. I don't know if, like, his dad thought that he'd be around for a while, that, like, since Scott he didn't plan for Scott to get married ever, that there was time to teach him, like, how to take care of everything. I'm not exactly sure what the ordeal was. He's not around to ask anymore, so and Scott's mom's doing a pretty good job taking care of herself, so, and his brother. So I think that it was just a fear that they had. But I know, like, I was a little bit concerned about it right after his dad died, because I was like, his mom didn't know really how to do anything. And I don't want to become that type of a woman. I don't want to become dependent on other people. I've always been very independent and made decisions on my own. And I've always been able to survive on my own if I had to. So, I don't ever want to be dependent on a man. To take care of me. And hopefully, I mean, I'll be around long enough to, like, I don't know. You know, you just never know. Life is uncertain. So, and especially when you have a chronic illness like I do, that uncertainty is a little bit stronger at times, because you don't know, like, if you're going to turn, you know, take a turn for the worse, or, you know, you don't know. I never know, like, how my test results are going to, what they're going to show, or, like, if my medication will continue to work, or, you know, I don't know what my life expectancy will be. And I don't think anybody does know, like, what their life expectancy will be, because you just don't know. Anything could happen. You could go out and get hit by a bus, you know. You just don't. It's uncertain. Our lives are uncertain. But I also don't want to become dependent on other people either. I've always been one who always took care of my own things. I never went to my parents for help, even when times were difficult. I never turned to my parents for help, just because I'm stubborn that way. And whatever my issue was, I knew that I had to take care of it on my own. That's just what adults do. They, you know, I know my mom and dad have said numerous times that if I ever wanted to divorce Scott, they would pay for a lawyer for me, but that's not what I would have them do. I know that they're financially stable enough to do it without, you know, and give it as a gift to me, but I don't feel that it's necessary at this time in my life that I think there's enough here for everyone. That I should take them up on that. This is if I'm going to do that eventually, I'm going to have to do that on my own. Because if I can't stand up for myself and do things on my own, then what good am I? What good am I to anybody? And I've already been divorced once before. I've done it once before on my own. I know that I can do it again if I have to. Not saying that I will. I tend to give people a million more chances than they deserve. I know it frustrates my daughter-in-law tremendously, and my son. part of the conflict that we had when we were visiting was that they think that I should like move on with my life and do and like and find happiness and stuff. But the way I feel about it is you kind of have to make your own happiness. I've lived long enough to realize that no one can bring me happiness but myself. And if I'm not happy with myself, no one else is going to make me happy. It would be nice if it were that way, but it's not. Life isn't that way. Just like money can't bring happiness either. I know that. Success can't always bring happiness either. That's why you always want to work in a job that you is fulfilling to you. Because if you're not working in a job that's fulfilling to you, where you feel like you are doing something, doing some good, it's not going to be long term. You're going to get burnt out. Not saying that even a good job, a fulfilling job, can burn you out, because it can if you're overworked or underappreciated. But and that is one reason why I haven't taken a job like in one certain career area as of yet. I haven't accepted any positions. I'm just kind of like waiting to decide what it is that is going to be fulfilling to me. And I pretty much have it figured out now. It's taken me quite a few months to decide what it is that I want to do. And I think that that's okay. Because this is something that I want to do long term and not something that I want to get into willy-nilly and just be like, oh, I just spent, $30,000 on getting a higher degree and I don't like what I'm doing. But I think I want to go into early intervention. I love working with babies. I think that I have a knack for it. And I think that the earlier that a child can be evaluated, the better outcome that child has in succeeding in life and developing normally. So I think that is, I've narrowed it down to that's what I want to do. It's just finding the time among all, I'm working right now, so like finding the time in between working and getting that figured out. Like if I need any specific credentials, I know I need to meet with some people that work in that area to decide what it is that, if there's anything else that I need to do before pursuing that career, like education wise. I don't know. It was definitely off my radar. It's not anything that I thought that I would want to do until Kaysen came along. And then Kaysen was like, you know what? This is where my passion lies. I thought it was, working with preschoolers all these years, but I don't think it is. I don't think I want to work for the public school system again. Not that there was anything wrong with it. There wasn't. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the people that I worked with. I had good rapport with everyone that I worked with. And I have a lot of really good memories of the people that I worked with. But and of the students. But I have to look at my age as well, and I need to make sure that I know that as an early interventionist, I can work, like, there really is no, there really is no age limit to doing that, so, so as long as my health remains good, I can do that. Okay, I think I don't know. I like this fox because it reminds me of him, but it doesn't match, and that bothers me. I am big about matching. I don't like not matching, and I just ripped the fox. That's okay. It was a free sticker. I could put a tree there. A Christmas tree, like a tall, skinny one. I think I'll do that. Maybe the snowy tree. I can't believe I'm already at 58 minutes and I've only done like one page. Insanity. Doesn't seem possible that I would be like, that I would have filmed that long, but I don't know. Maybe I need to start doing voiceovers. What do you think? Should I do voiceovers? I used to do voiceovers. I don't know if I remember how, but I could. There. I don't really like this. Oh, I don't think that goes with it, really. But, oh well. I think that was intended to be a 0, but it's okay. Unless I do, like, I thought I had like a circular thing. I could do this. It's on the floor. There's like a, kind of like this. It's like a green snowflake. And that might bring some interest up to the top of the page. I think that that's kind of what needs to happen there. If I glue that like right in the middle, like as the O, I think that that'll work. I think I can just use this tacky glue. I bought this for my fine liner bottle, and it was too thick. Just like the Aleene's tacky glue, it's too thick to go through the fine liner bottle. So you either have to water it down, or which defeats the purpose of it. Or you have to put it in a bigger, or a bottle that's not a fine liner bottle, but there. I think I like that better. Like, God bless us, everyone. I mean, I could put the O over top of it. No, I don't like that O on that at all. Okay, so that is good for that page. And I feel like if I end the video here, like it's gonna be like, why did you only do one page? Because I feel like most of this time was spent like getting stuff ready, or like fighting to find stuff that I was looking for. So maybe I'll continue on the next video, and then I'll upload one at a time. But I'm not gonna stop. I have time this afternoon to do this, so I'm just gonna continue working on this, and just stop it and then start another video. So I'll see you on the next video.